Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks. Today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we in is Regulation D. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, first match of the day we have Cresselia, Dragonite, Urshifu, Iron Hands, Ursaluna, and Fluttermane. So what do we want to go with here? Dragapult looks strong, but he does have the Ursaluna switch in. But I still like it. We can threaten the Ursaluna switch in with Chien-Pao, right? And then go Abomasnow, Articuno on the back. Articuno Abomasnow is really good against teams that are bulky that don't do much damage because you get a lot more chances to freeze and you can set up screens. So Farigiraf would be good here to deny Trick Room, but I don't know if you really need to do that. And Urshifu is good into everything except it's really good into everything except like Extreme Speed Dragonite or another Water Urshifu, but it's a snow team, so I like the snow core. We already know what Urshifu can do. Alright. So he has Sucker Punch, and we didn't bring Farigiraf. I didn't think that it would be Dark Urshifu. Tricky situation. I think I'll go out into Snow immediately. Like double out. He would go for like a close combat into Articuno, right? We have a chance to dodge. And he would Sucker Punch the Abomasnow slots. Right. So I'm gonna play it like that. Good lead by my opponent. Dark Urshifu is, if I had Farigiraf in the back, I would have definitely used it just then. Alright, there's Sucker Punch, so he's trying to take out the Dragapult. Drain Punch, and we dodge. Nice. So we get the perfect double out, and we don't really get cost for it. I think I'm gonna set up Veil here. I'll just go for the Blizzard in this position. So he brings out Cresselia, we set up a Royal Veil. Nice. Alright, so we do a little damage to Chip right there. I think I want to go for a double Blizzard. He sets up to Trick Room, that's fine. There's nothing we can really do about it right now. A freeze on Cresselia would be goated right now. Alright, no freeze. Heavy slam. It's not doing much damage, and he's not healing back. I think he was better off going for Drain Punch there, which he probably will this turn. I don't think I should Tera yet, though. Kind of try to stall out Trick Room. He's going after the Abomasnow though. Yeah. He's targeting it hard. It should be a Lunar Blessing here. We may still KO. Oh, we outspeed. We get a freeze. Freeze there. Is it double freeze? So he heals it. He breaks the freeze with Lunar Blessing. We get another freeze. Alright, so Iron Hands can't move until Cresselia unthaws it, right? But that gives us time to go for Earth Power to get rid of that slot. Do I want to get rid of Iron Hands? Let me try to Trick Room left, because he doesn't have his... Actually, I want to go into Dragapult, so I can get my Snow back. 3 turns of Trick Room. I'll just click Blizzard again. Try to freeze Cresselia. And this is where I can keep, you know, clicking Blizzard and keep my defensive boost. Because I don't want to actually give him a free switch into Ursaluna right now while I still so many turns of Trick Room left. And that's funny, he got froze twice in the same turn. Snow stops. He's probably gonna go for Heavy Slam in the Dragapult. So I'm gonna bring out Abomasnow back out and go for another Blizzard. Run out of Blizzards though, but we're stalling out Trick Room and we're chipping him down. And this gives me another 5 turns of Snow though. I chose to wild charge that slot, okay. Well, that's perfect. Alright, so it's 1 turn of Trick Room left now. Oh, we finally get the freeze on Cresselia. Beautiful. I kind of want to go for another Roarveil. I probably won't get it, and then I just roost with Articuno. If he knocks out Abomasnow, that's fine. I'll just get this. Oh, he just cancels. Nice. The snow's too much for him. Oh man, this team is crazy. This team is crazy, man. Like, and honestly, it's so fun. I know it's hard to play against. It's annoying with the freezes and the misses and stuff. But it's so fun to just try something different from like standard, the way VGC is standardly played, and like purposely play towards RNG. But let's get into the next one. All right, next match we have Dab Ketchum. He has Grimmsnarl, Urshifu, Gholdengo, Landorus. Amoonguss and Hisuian Goodra. Sorry about that. While I was reading off the Pokemon, I was thinking of a strategy to come up with, because this looks like he's gonna be playing like hard screens. But again, hard screens gives me turns to freeze him, right? Gholdengo is a problem if he leads it. But I can lead Chien-Pao or Urshifu to kind of burst through screens. And then these 2 in the back. Try to remove Gholdengo, because I know it's probably going to come out on lead with the Grimmsnarl. So do we call Gholdengo going for the Water Tera here? Or do we go for Electric Tera? I think I go for Surging Strikes plus Electric Tera Blast. I think that covers for both. If he tears in the water, then we hit him super effectively. And if he stays Ghost, then we still hit him neutrally with the Surging Strikes. And that may be enough to KO next to Chien-Pao. But we're going to go ahead and try to remove Go right now. Alright, so here's my Tera into Electric. So Grimmsnarl can set up a fake out would be kind of scary here though, right? But we resist Make It Rain on both right here. So there's a Tera. Is it water? Show me water. Water. There we go. And this is why we have the Electric Tera tech on Chien-Pao to help deal with the water Teras in the format. So it is Reflect, but we crit through, and then this is super effective with the defense drop. So it may do enough to KO with the double up. Alright, did about half. Can Surging Strikes finish it? I think we do get it. Nice. I know that feels bad, man, when you Tera into something defensively and then somebody reads your Tera in a best of one and Tera's their Pokemon to hit your Tera super effectively. That just feels crazy, right? I get, you know, calling somebody's read and then hitting them with a super effective attack when you know they're going to Tera into something. Oh, what? I got disconnected? Come on, man. Ah, well, that match was going well, but I got disconnected. But it is what it is. I'm not sure what's going on with the matches lately. I've been getting disconnected a lot. I literally got disconnected about 10 times in the past 2 days. So I'm not understanding what's going on, but let's get into the next one. Ooh, so my opponent has a strange team here. Ampharos, which I did feature a video on my channel using Ampharos back in Regulation C. So if you want to look that up, just scroll back down to some of my Regulation C Journey through VGC videos. There's also a King Gambit, Toxtricity, Spiritomb, Great Tusk, and Wo-Chien. This is a really unique team. He doesn't have Intimidate, so I think Urshifu Chien-Pao looks great here. He does have the potential for Trick Room with Spiritomb, which can be kind of annoying. I think Articuno Abomasnow in the back looks good here too. So we'll lead the same thing we led last game before we got disconnected. And, you know, hope that the Poke guys allow us to stay connected. Alright, so this looks like it may be Trick Room, right? So unless he's Tera Water, I kind of want to go double up into him. Ice Spinner and Surging Strikes, Water Tera. Alright, so you switch. What's coming in? Wo-Chien, okay. So he's determined to get up Trick Room here. I wonder if Wo-Chien coming in is enough to stop Trick Room. But if he does get Trick Room up, I'm just going to double out. And try to like get up screens and just roost. But I think if we stop him from getting up Trick Room here, then I think we're in a really good spot. Oh, this may be close. Oh, that's definitely not getting it up, right? So that's probably game right now. Yeah, it only took 2. Even with Wo-Chien on the field. Alright, so I would double protect if I had protect here next turn just to see what Teras. And once I bring out his Tera, like I can just clean through the rest of his team. So Wo-Chien and Leaf Storm is scary, right? But I think King Gambit should be more scared of the close combat. So I'm gonna double into Wo-Chien. And I'm an Ice Spinner. I think King Gambit should be more terrified. Oh, he just protects King Gambit. That's probably gonna be game over. He doesn't tear, he just protects. And I could have just close combated and just removed King Gambit. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, weakness policy. Yeah, my opponent, he has like his team is clearly like a trick room team, but he doesn't have like good ways to, you know, assisting setting it up. Like switching in Wo-Chien is just not enough to help Spiritomb survive. So it might be, you know, back to the drawing board for his team because it kind of just gets rolled over by this lead that I have. And this is not an uncommon lead in the current format. Alright. So it's great Tusk. Alright, so I'm just gonna click Surging Strikes into King Gambit. And then Sacred Sword it. If you don't Tera, then I'm just gonna knock you out with Sacred Sword. And he just cancels nice. Alright, so we kind of, I think I would have won that second game starting off knocking out Gholdengo immediately, but I got disconnected, so there's no way to tell. But so far, we won our first 2 full games, and both of our opponents canceled. But let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have Ursaluna, Tornadus, Fluttermane, Gholdengo, Urshifu, and Cresselia. So we're praying that, you know, we stay connected this match. Seems like we keep getting disconnected. Not sure what's going on. But it's pretty frustrating to keep, you know, losing matches to disconnect. So I'm not sure why it's happening so much. I've checked my internet connection. But let's see. So he threatens his own Trick Room, right? I think Chien-Pao Urshifu is pretty good on lead. And Articuno Abomasnow in the back. I think that's cool. If he leaves Gholdengo, I want to try to remove it early. Gholdengo's the strong Pokemon here. Alright. So what do we have? I think I want to go for that play. I could remove Urshifu here too. I actually think I want to just remove Urshifu first. And then Surging Strikes Gholdengo. Because if it tears in the water, I can just knock it out next turn. And if you just pick up a one-hit KO on Urshifu turn 1, I think that's, you know, the dream. So we get our Tera off. Does my opponent Tera is the question. His Urshifu shouldn't feel threatened here to Tera. He is going to Tera, but I think it's going to be the Gordingo. But if it is Tera Water, he should be terrified if his Urshifu just goes down. It's Tera Steel, though. Okay. So if he's going for Make It Rain, that's going to do about, probably over 50 to both. I don't have the bulkiest of Pokemon. I do have Assault Vest and I resist it, though. So we'll see how much it does to Assault Vest and resist it. Oh, of course, he's Focus Sash. Yikes. Like, why are you Focus Sash? Yeah, Make It Rain is definitely going to kill Chien-Pao now. Unless I KO it first. It's close, but I don't think it's going to be. Yeah, he's going to survive with a smidget. He is in priority range of everything. Okay. Yeah, that being Sash, like, made it incredibly hard. I think it's likely that Gordingo switches. What would it switch into? Tornadus? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I think it goes into Tornadus if it does switch. Ah, he switched. Is it a double switch? Oh, there's Tornadus. Yes, he didn't. Is my Articuno faster? Eject button. I think we win the game if Articuno is fast and I just hit Blizzard on Gordingo. He looks like a bulky Gordingo, so I may be faster. Yes, and we double connect. Beautiful. Whew, that was scary, but we went forward and we got it. So he switches out his Urshifu just to get hit with the eject button and brought back in, right back in. That was a strange play. I haven't seen the eject button Tornadus since Sword and Shield. Because it used to be like really good next to Kyogre to helping you get set up. I think I want a Blizzard Tailwind here and Detect. If he's gonna Tailwind, then he may outspeed. But yeah, the idea behind eject button Tornadus was kind of passive in the Dynamax format. So the eject button, like next to Kyogre, next to Dialga, would allow you to set up your Tailwind and then get hit and switch out, so you could bring in something more threatening. So that was the idea behind that. He hasn't Terra'd yet, right? So he has to Terra here. I think I just want to click Blizzard, switch in Abomasnow. Then bring Urshifu back in and see what he Terras into. The Tailwind on Articuno was so good here. That's a good protect, but we take our Tornadus for free now. So he's trying to KO my Urshifu. I mean, you can't protect it from the Urshifu. I could have just Surge and Strikes you. You know that, right? I think a lot of people forget that Urshifu has that ability, even though it's so common right now. Like, if they're like a Gen 9 player, they didn't play in Sword and Shield, And they might just still not just be used to Urshifu being able to go to protect. Because that's literally what all it needs to do. But I'm just going to go for double Blizzard. He doesn't even Terra. Nice. So we get that win.
We probably didn't have a defensive Terra.
Alright, next match we have Roaring Moon, Iron Hands, Landorus, Grimmsnarl, Gholdengo again, and Volcarona. Now he doesn't have speed control, but he has screens. Gholdengo behind screens is scary, right? I think I want to bust through his screens early if I can. Now the Volcarona, him bringing Volcarona, let's see, Iron Hands, Grimmsnarl. He shouldn't bring Landorus in the Roaring Moon, right? I think I want to bring Urshifu in the back and bust through his screens with Dragapult. I actually think Farigiraf does decent damage here. Because, like, he has the 3 Pokemon that are weak to fairy damage. And Iron Hands is weak to psychic. I don't want to bring Abomasnow and then it just gets one shot by Volcarona's Heat Wave and have forces to Terra that. That doesn't feel good. So I don't want to go with that lead. All right, so figured it would be these two. Who's more threatening? I think it's Gholdengo, right? Follow me is kind of annoying. And I'll Phantom Force the Gholdengo slide in case he doesn't Rage Powder. So let's see how much damage we can do here. So I don't think it's Grimmsnarl in the back. So I think he brought Landorus and Iron Hands in the back. I don't think Roaring Moon and Grimm come to this game, but Grimm not coming is good for me. So he really tried to deny the snow mode of my team. How much is this doing? About 40? Ooh, a little bit up more. It's citrus, okay. It's not Rocky Helmet though. Alright, let's make it rain. Alright. So this is good. Will he really Terra Gholdengo here to knock out my Dragapult and to steal? It's crazy because he could. I can go for a crazy read and Sacred Sword to Gholdengo while the Phantom Force knocks out Volcarona. But that's a crazy read to go for because he might not even be Steel Terra, right? So I just go for Tera Blast. And he just switches it. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Something's getting hit with a Tera Blast. Oh, he does have Grimmsnarl in the back. The screens are not up. Oh, that's a good switch because I targeted that slot. If we knock out here, though, we're in a really good spot. Yes. So no screens for you. The Grimmsnarl switch in was cute, but it cost him his screens, right? And now his redirection is gonna be gone soon. Ooh, Tailwind. Oh man. Alright, so I need to get Dragapult out of here right now. I need to get rid of his redirection. Actually, I want to save these two. I think I want to double switch. Yeah, because he should Rage Powder here, right? Because you gotta respect the Sucker Punch. And a double switch here allows me, because Farigiraf is not doing much in this match, right? Against these two. So I can kind of like use it as a sacrificial piece just to soak up, make it rain damage to lower his special attack. And Urshifu resists to make it rain, so it shouldn't do more than 50%. Yeah, so there's the Rage Powder. Perfect. Oh, and he Shadow Ball. We got the switch perfect. Alright. How many turns to Tailwind are left? 2. Alright, so I want to make sure I try to get rid of the Volcarona. It should Tera here. I want to see what it Tera's to. There's a delay on the Tera. Yeah, I would Trick Room, but it's only one turn left, and then mine's will be faster than his, right? So I would just be giving. He would benefit more for the Trick Room. So I kind of have to stall out these turns with Tailwind. Tailwind Rage Powder Volcarona is pretty cool though. Because I think if he doesn't have Tailwind, I think I'm in a really good spot. Yeah, the past couple weeks, the game has been like, you know, disconnecting people. Like we saw in that other match from this episode where I got disconnected. Well, my connection is good, and it's been doing like this freezing when Pokemon Tera. And sometimes you'll notice also another glitch where your Pokemon doesn't move, and it says that you're doing the move, but it actually doesn't show the animation. It's kind of like invisible, right? So it's been a lot of bugs, and I've seen these bugs when the game first came out, and they kind of fixed it, but now it seems like they're back. So he's Water Tera. I wonder if his Goldango with specs. Just another Rage Powder. He'll protect on our end. And now, funny enough, my Chien-Pao, I mean, we're going to take out the Volcarona anyway, right? I think he specs. I do want to remove Volcarona. I kind of want to double it. Does this KO? It does. Okay. That's kind of scary. I should have Aqua Jetted there to make sure that this KOs, because then he'd be locked in his specs. I don't think this KOs. Oh, it does. We still get the KO. Nice. And he Tera. So now we just Phantom Force into the Goldango slot. And it's pretty much game, right? If he has Iron Hands in the back, he can't fake out because I'm Ghost and Farigiraf on the field. So this is perfect. So we bring in Dragapult. He shouldn't have any more redirection on his team. Yep, Iron Hands. And Iron Hands is kind of stuck out here. Gholdengo's locked in the Saddle Ball, so it can't hit Farigiraf. And I can Psychic Iron Hands. So Farigiraf actually ended up being pretty good here. So I'm glad that I brought it. And then we just Psychic Iron Hands, and that should be game. Yeah, he's definitely choice specs. His Make It Rain is always better there. Alright, they did about 40% or 35%. We do get a special defense drop, which is clutch. Oh, so another Psychic is just going to KO Iron Hand. So I don't even have to switch in. I was going to switch in Chien-Pao to make sure we knock out Gholdengo. But I'm choice betting. I might just knock out anyway, right? And Gholdengo can't beat the Farigiraf if I knock out Iron Hands because it's locked in the Shadow Ball. So, yep. And we don't even need Chien-Pao on the field. That's just a KO. Nice. Farigiraf is really good right now. Good utility. Nice. And Farigiraf being able to 1v1 Iron Hands without it tearing is really it's like a unique matchup that you don't see that often. And Iron Hands has a hard time like dealing with Farigiraf. Like any special defense drop at any point with the Psychic, and it's very hard for Iron Hands to out damage it with the Drain Punch. And if you have Rocky Helmet or Citrus Berry, then you're just in a better spot for Farigiraf as well. And ours is Citrus Berry. So that was a good game. We were able to stay locked in, and I'm thankful for that. But let's go ahead and get into the next one. All right. Next match we have Iron Hands, Among Us, Chien-Pao, Heatran, Gyarados, and Fluttermane. We know Heatran is coming. I kind of want to just lead Dragapult. And bring Articuno for Freeze Dry. Do I leave Urshifu? I think I want to leave Urshifu. Heatran, Gyarados. Fine. I can knock out the Gyarados right now and be done with it, right? I think I want to just do that, just to remove a piece from him. Final Force Heatran. I don't think he has a lot of plays around it. He doesn't have any normal types. And that's the thing about Dragapult's Final Force. If I tear it, it's going to do even more damage, right? But unless you have a normal type, there's like no switch-ins for it. Like it even does good damage into dark types. Right, but he does tear a Gyarados, so that's a good call by my opponent into Steel. I'm shocked that he would go for that. He must be protecting Heatran. Yeah. That's fine. There might be an Iron Head into my Chien-Pao. It's still going to do about maybe 40%. A little bit less. Thunder Wave, okay. So I can Sacred Sword you and let Chien-Pao, Dragapult hit the Heatran. Once Heatran like starts to get weaker, it's not really as powerful, right? Yep. Alright, so we don't KO either. He does get Thunder Wave off. So now the Flutter Man can outspeed me, right? But I can't get in Farigiraf. He may switch Gyarados out into Among Us. Would he leave Chien-Pao and Iron Hands? Among Us doesn't look that good into my team, so I think he may have left it. I know it's Flutter Man in the back by how he wanted to go for the Thunder Wave. So I'm switching to Farigiraf and Phantom Force Heatran. What's coming in that slot? Iron Hands, okay. Alright. Not too much damage, and we get Phantom Force off. Gyarados probably is going for a taunt here. He could switch in Heatran, let me KO it, and then get the free switch in the Flutter Man. I think I'll just Psychic this slot. Yeah. I knew Taunt was coming there. You know Trick Room. But, I mean, Trick Room benefit him. So I honestly don't want to go for it like that. And I'm still faster. I think it may be Heavy Slam here. Is that KO? Nope. Okay. Alright, we still have Urshifu. Oh, we didn't bring Urshifu. It's Articuno. Alright, so I kind of want to remove Gyarados. It's getting a little bit irritating.
Yes, he's Thunder Wave and everything.
But everything on his side is low besides his fourth Pokemon, right? There's Phantom Force. That's not KOing. Do we get Psychic off? Because I do want to KO the Gyarados here. Alright, I think it should be his fourth coming in right here, right? But he's gonna move. Oh no, because he's gonna move before my Dragapult. So Dragapult's gonna knock out Iron Hands, and I can't Trick Room here. So all I can do is go for is a Psychic. Yeah, that doesn't KO. Oh. But he doubled that slot, so I mean, it's fine. But Heatran did move before Dragapult. I need to save Articuno, so I'm bringing in Chien-Pao here. I'm not intimidated, so Tera Blast will just knock out Heatran. And then Phantom Force, Iron Hands again. Yeah, that's fine. We just need to... Alright, wait, can he KO me here? Because I didn't target Iron Hands? Oh, he can. That was a misplay on my part. I should have knocked out Iron Hands and did the Phantom Force into the Heatran. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part. And Heatran's getting more and more healthy. Alright, so I need a Tailwind here because I think it's Flutter Mane in the back. And I just need to get my attack off and knock out Iron Hands. That's really bad. Yep, that's gonna be game. Yeah, I think I could have won though. As long as I preserved my Chien-Pao, I should have just attacked the Iron Hands. That protect was kind of obvious, and that's so. This is a game where you see the kind of the downside of Dragapult taking so many turns to attack, but good, well played by my opponent. Alright, another Grimmsnarl. So this is that Grimmsnarl Goodra team, which is pretty hard to break, right? But we beat it by potentially freezing it. So I led this last time and went up against it. I got Urshifu Chien-Pao. I think that's the route I want to take. It might have should have been Urshifu Chien-Pao lead just to make him Tera immediately. So he did lead Heatran. I want to force him to Tera or switch out. So I'm tearing the water this way. My Articuno doesn't take too much damage from the Heatran. All right, let's go Articuno. Can we get a freeze here? That would be nice. Freeze would be nice. Let's just see wave. Still does a decent amount of chip to Urshifu. But now you got a Tera here, right? Or you got to switch. What can you switch into? Goodra? Yeah, Goodra's his only switch. So if that's the case, then I want to close combat that slot. Alright, Goodra's the only switch in you got comfortably to switch into a Blizzard plus Surging Strikes, right? Yes, okay. So we get that call right. We hit it immediately, and Blizzard should KO that. It's going to be a Spirit Break into my Urshifu, right? Which is not good. But we do take out Goodra, which is a very bulky Pokemon. Is it a Spirit Break? Oh, but he targeted Articuno. Okay. If he doesn't bring out Heatran here, I'm gonna switch into. Yeah, I'm gonna switch back out. Yeah, I want to switch into Abomasnow here and go for Blizzard. Actually, I'm gonna go for Tailwind. Yeah, I like Tailwind here. Just so I'm out faster than the Flutter Mane with everything. I think us getting that call right was perfect. He could have switched in Flutter Mane there, and it could have, but I mean that's too risky to like just die to a Surging Strikes. Urshifu did take a lot of damage there. My opponent didn't click Reflect, he clicked Spirit Break, so that was on his part. I think he should have clicked Reflect, and maybe he would have been able to survive. Oh, this is a big damage coming out. Is my Articuno bulky enough to survive? It is. Nice. So we get Tailwind up. Okay. That's good. Because my opponent can't protect in front of that. And he misses Spirit Break. Alright, I want to go for a Blizzard here just to chip things down and a Roar Veil. He can double knock me out, but this helps me take advantage of my Tailwind. Articuno is so clutch. And that freeze here is just like game winning, right? He switches Grimmsnarl, okay? You're still risking a freeze on your Heatran. No freeze. That was a crit? He missed Dazzling on Articuno, okay? He's still faster than Abomasnow. It's fine though. We bring out Urshifu here and go after the Flutter Mane. And then we roost up with Articuno. Yeah, then we roost up here. Oh, that's definitely. I was considering switching in Chien-Pao there in case it was a bulky Flutter Mane, but that's definitely enough to pick up. So that's beautiful. And now we heal back up with Articuno. Nice. It may just be a heat wave here. Earth power, okay. We should survive that. Nice. Alright, so I want to protect here just in the weird case that Grimmsnarl has Fake Out. And I'll go for another Roost. I don't think he will, but like just if he has like some weird Fake Out, right? I don't want to lose my win con. Well, he doesn't have Fake Out. It's just Heat Wave, okay? So I'm gonna switch in Chien-Pao to guarantee that we get the KO. He didn't go for Thunder Wave either. Does he not have it? What's his fourth? He didn't go for Thunder Wave. I'm actually nervous here if he has like, because he didn't have Fake Out. He didn't show, he had Screen, Light Screen, Reflect, Spirit Break. What's his fourth move? Scary Face or Thunder Wave could be really bad here. He just protects though. I go through protect. Yeah, so that's game over. Yep, it's only gonna take 2. Nice. I think the game was pretty much hard for my opponent to come back was the turn he switched in Goodra and we got that call right. And didn't like we didn't get baited into the certain strikes blizzard into that slot. So Urshifu finally goes down, but it was amazing in this match. It did about 95% to Goodra. It 2-hit KO the Fluttermane and it 2-hit KO the Heatran. And now Articuno and Chien-Pao can just clean up. Nice. And this battle went pretty well, so we'll just go for Ice Spinner and Freeze Dry. That should be game. My opponent stays in, but Grimmsnarl's never winning a 1v1 here. And we outspeed with both. So. Nice. Grimmsnarl teams can be scary, but my opponent never even set up a Reflect. But the fact that we had Urshifu kind of made him not want to set up the Reflect because he know I'm just going to crit through it, right? So it was pretty much just a light screen. But the turn that we got, like I said, I think he should have went for Spirit Break onto Urshifu to KO it. I think he would have KO'd because it's super effective when I dropped my defenses after I got hit with the Rocky Helmet and when I hit Goodra with the close combat. I think Grimmsnarl could have picked up the KO, or he could have reflected there to potentially cut my close combat damage in half to his Goodra. So I think that's where my opponent kind of misplayed. But that's going to be it for this team. Let's go ahead and get into a final review. All right, final review for this team, and this is another banger. I absolutely love this team. This is completely handcrafted by yours truly. It is inspired by the other Articuno Abomasnow team that had like Regieleki and Landorus on it, and I kind of just added my own twist to it. Initially, this team had Heatran instead of Farigiraf, but you know, playing with it on Showdown when I was practicing with this team before I built it in game, was the Dragapult was losing to Chien-Pao Sucker Punches. And that was a problem for me, right? And I didn't want to continue to lose to that. So I wanted to find answers to it. And even though like having Heatran helped me into like the Goldengo matchup, it helped me into the mirror matchup against Articuno and Abomasnow because Heatran matches up pretty good into those, especially behind screens. And with if you could Tera to get around the Earth Power from Abomasnow, plus Abomasnow's not stabbing the Earth Power. So Heatran is never really getting 1-hit KO by that. And I felt like, you know, having the Farigiraf to help me with the Trick Room matchup as well, so I can like imprison Trick Room. Because even though my team is not like the fastest, it still doesn't want to really play under Trick Room unless everything on my opponent's team is playing like on a tailwind, right? So that helps me play against those bulky Trick Room teams. And the Urshifu was just like incredible with Chien-Pao and Dragapult. Like the Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Dragapult, and Farigiraf core, like you can take the Articuno Abomasnow off, which is kind of the niche gimmicky part of the team, because Articuno, while it's fun to use, is RNG pretty much, right? So you can take those two off and then just play with the bottom 4 as a core, and then you can add like, you know, like a Fluttermane and add like something else to play on the Trick Room, and I think you have like a decent, you know, balanced team with that. So that's the idea behind that. I really do, like I said, I really do like this team, and I reaching out to you to go ahead and give this team a try. I do make these teams all the time where some of them can, you know, some of them are more so fun and then some of them are actually consistent. This team is kind of like a balance in the middle where it's kind of fun and it has this form of consistency, right? And it can catch opponents off guard. I do think it is a best of one team, and for that reason, most of the sets are standard outside of like the Teras on the Abomasnow and the Chien-Pao. Like, people pretty much expect Fairy Tera, Water Tera, Ghost Tera on Dragapult, Urshifu, and Farigiraf. And Articuno doesn't really have a lot of different Teras it's like to go for. So, you know, the surprise Electric Tera is really big on this team because picking up a 1-hit KO immediately, turn 1 on something that Tera's in the water or water type can be game defining, right? And if you outspeed the Urshifu and one-shot it, that's literally putting you in a position to win. So that's why, you know, that strategy, like having that, it's kind of good for surprise. But you, like I said, you could use this team in a best of 3, but you know, once you reveal that Electric Tera and they know that you have it, they'll be like less likely to like just Tera water in front of you or lead their water types in front of Chien-Pao or switch it out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the, you know, that's pretty much behind this team. But like I said, if you like this team, give it a try. That's gonna be it for this review. And there is a PokePaste down in the description below, as well as the rental code if you can't see it up at the top right. And I will catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.